Welcome back to Music Festival 2025. I'm your host, Zoe, and this is the podcast where we try to inject complexity into American politics, a space allergic to nuance since roughly 1776.
Seriously, I once tweeted the word policy, and someone called me both a Maoist and a Wall Street shill in the same hour.
Why am I not shocked? It's a strange moment in American politics when being left-leaning means you're simultaneously a communist and a wolf of Wall Street, depending on who's yelling.
Yeah, it's like being accused of arson and also being too wet. Pick a struggle, people.
Part of the reason for all this polarization is our rigid two-party system. Millions of voters are forced to choose candidates who represent maybe kind of what they believe.
40% if you're lucky. I voted for someone last cycle and lit my votive Bernie candle reciting, "Please don't do crimes."
My personal grievance? Being asked, no, expected, to support people who are definitely taking corporate money and will legislate accordingly. Thanks, Citizens United versus FEC, for turning campaign finance into a super PAC Hunger Games.
Yes, corporate money in politics, because nothing says representative democracy like anonymous billionaires buying ad time during football. But I guess today is not about despair. Well, not just despair.
Correct, because I found an article by If You Can Keep It that reminded me that there are potential fixes, starting with something I hadn't even heard of before. Fusion voting. That's right. Fusion voting.
Fusion voting, the electoral reform that sounds like a Pokemon move.
But is, in fact, a real voting system still used in New York?
You know what? Good for them. They can keep the rats and the $4,000 rent, but they get one W.
So what is fusion voting? It lets multiple parties nominate the same candidate. You vote for the candidate through the party line you prefer, and all votes count toward their total.
It's like political polyamory. Everyone gets to support the same candidate, but they do it in the party relationship style that works for them.
Before the Civil War, the Free Soil Party used fusion voting to pressure major parties on slavery. More recently, Zohran Mamdani, Twitter's favorite, definitely a communist or something, appeared on both the Democratic and Working Families party lines.
Translation: pick the candidate you like and the party that matches your values. No more, I hate this party, but the candidate is tolerable. Fine.
Exactly. And when it works, it actually shifts political power away from corporate donors and toward actual communities.
No wonder the major parties hate it. Speaking of, why don't more states use fusion
Because
voting?
about a century ago, Democrats and Republicans took a rare break from fighting to join forces in destroying something that made democracy more democratic.
Adorable. Nothing unites the duopoly like the threat of voters having options.
Fusion voting empowered minor parties and broadened representation, which of course the major parties found unacceptable.
Imagine a political system that responds to public pressure. Couldn't be us.
If we want a political system that reflects the real complexity of voters, not just red versus blue sorting bins, we need reforms like this.
Ranked choice voting, proportional representation, fusion voting. Just give us something that isn't choose between two brands of disappointment.
Fusion voting has history, precedent, and proof it works. And it gives people more than two boxes to shove their identities into.
Because if America is going to keep calling us communists and capitalists in the same breath, the least we can do is have a system that acknowledges human beings are more complicated than a binary choice on a ballot. But the right, they're fascist.
Yep, fascist.
Definitely fascist.
Thanks for listening to Music Festival 2025. if you liked today's episode.
If you've ever been called contradictory political labels by strangers online,
leave us a review, subscribe, or fusion vote us onto your podcast charts.
stay nuanced.
Stay curious.
Tell your representatives to reject corporate donations and support reinstating fusion voting. See you next time.